So welcome to my video for the FPL Game Week 1. My name is Paul, also known as the Northman. If you are new here, please make sure you do go down, hit that subscribe button, as we will be bringing you FPL content week in, week out, going through the changes I will be making game week to game week. But I also will be bringing you Football Manager. It's basically like a bigger version of FPL. So make sure you do check out the Football Manager content as well if you have come here for the FPL content. Going forward, when FM24 comes out, there will be a lot of FM24 content and FPL content weekly. So make sure you do stick around for all of that. So I just want to show you my Game Week 1 team and give you my reasoning behind it. So at the minute, I've gone with Ramsdale in goal. Now, there is a chance going forward in next week that changes, especially with Arsenal looking at Raya from Brentford, which I find a very strange decision because Raya would come in as a number 1, but Ramsdale is the number 1. It's a very difficult decision there, I think. But at the minute, I've gone with Ramsdale as my number 1 for Game Week 1 because they have Nottingham Forest at home, and I do fancy them to get a clean sheet at home to Nottingham Forest. Now, the other option I have as a goalkeeper is Ederson, who is on the bench. Now, they have Burnley away. Now, Burnley away, I have more hope that Burnley could sneak a goal than Nottingham Forest sneaking a goal at the Emirates. So it's a tough call, but I have two very good goalkeepers there. If Ramsdale does keep that number 1 spot for Arsenal, I think having him and Ederson as the rotation, I'm very happy I was able to manage my selections around to get them two in the squad. Now, defence-wise, I've tried to go for players who are going to get assists, as well as teams who are going to get clean sheets, as you're supposed to. So looking at this Pervis Estupiñán from Brighton, he was a very good player last year, got a lot of points, and I do think him getting forward from left back, he will get a lot of assists. And Brighton, game week 1, are at home to Luton, and I just fancy Brighton to be way too good for Luton and pick up a clean sheet. Now, Newcastle, I've gone with Trippier, who takes set pieces for Newcastle. Now, yes, we do have Tononi now, who maybe will get on the set pieces, but I do think Trippier will still be the main set piece taker. And Aston Villa at home, I don't know there. I think maybe we might concede a goal, but I do fancy scoring, and I do fancy Trippier getting an assist in the game, so I've kept him in. Now, I've gone with Gabriel in defence because when he plays, Arsenal do well, and he topped the clean sheet charts for defenders last year. So at home to Nottingham Forest, I just think it's a chance there for clean sheets, I really do. And then I've gone with Ben Mee to finish it off because I just think he's a good defender. Again, him and Gabriel were equal, I think, last year on the clean sheets. So he shows he's a good defender for Brentford. Now, my backup there maybe could be Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I'm unsure how they will do away to Chelsea. I don't think it's the right option to put in there for game week 1. I really don't. The other option could be Anderson coming off the bench for Newcastle against Aston Villa, so maybe swapping Ben Mee for him. But again, I don't have too much faith that Anderson is going to start too many games, but at the same time, he's done well in pre-season, and that's why he's on my bench, because there's the possibility that if he has a good start to the season, he's that local hero super sub who Newcastle will be using this year. So I have left him on the bench for my squad selection in terms of having him as an option there we can put in. My midfield, I think, is quite strong. Eze, who have Sheffield United away from home. Eze is going to be crucial. With Zaha going, Eze will be starting. And he plays in that deeper position with Roy Hodgson, and he looks really, really good. And he's creating a lot, getting assists, getting goals. I think it's a good shout to have him in. Now, Mbeumo is a crucial part of Brentford, and with Tony gone, he's going to be even more crucial. And I think having him as a midfield option was just a must, especially in his price bracket. So I've gone with him, and I've gone with Maddison. Now, Maddison is one who maybe after a couple of weeks I might look at replacing. I don't know how he's going to settle. With Harry Kane in front of him, he could be a assist king this season. But if Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich, there's a chance Maddison will get lost or swallowed up in this Tottenham side, then he will have to be replaced. But alongside him, Martin Odegaard, who will be vice-captain for Game Week 1, I think he's a crucial player. He's a good assist person, gets goals as well for Arsenal, and having him as the vice-captain, I think, is a good move, 100%. Now, striker-wise, I think it's almost a given. It's almost a given. Maybe Game Week 1, I'm hoping, as a Newcastle fan, Ollie Watkins won't get goals. But Haaland as the captain, Game Week 1, Burnley away. Will he be too good for Burnley? There is that possibility. And Haaland is just a player who you have in, week out. Now, should he be captain for Week 1? I'm unsure. Part of me thinks Gabriel is almost guaranteed double points as a captain, because I just think they're going to get a clean sheet. But I want to take that risk, but let me know below if you would remove Haaland from being captain. Burnley away, it could go either way. They could demolish them, put 4 past them, or Burnley could sneak a win and Man City start slow. That's why Ramsdale at the minute is my starting keeper. But Haaland up top alongside Ollie Watkins, because Aston Villa look very good in pre-season, and Ollie Watkins being their main striker, I'm excited to see if him and Haaland can get me a lot of goals this season. But the bench of Ederson gives that option. If Man City have a good game, Ederson will come in and Ramsdale can come out. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the amount of games Liverpool are going to have where you fancy them do well, get a clean sheet, and him to get an assist. Anderson, I think it all depends on how he settles. Will he come off the bench in a lot of games? If he starts the season well, then yes, he will. And then he will probably actually get in my team, because I do fancy him to get goals and assists from the bench. And then McAtee, he is the player who I've put in because I'd used all my money trying to adjust the team, because I had put a team together a few weeks ago, but I just went a bit too flat. And that's why I've added a couple of more spicy additions in there. But let me know what you think of the team. Let me know what you would change. Like I said, the link for my league is in the description below and in the chat, the top comment pinned. Make sure you do join it. Thank you very much. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. I'll see you next time.